I'm Stormie Lucas. I work for the corporate logistics team. I do our inbound logistics. I work under Jerry Honeycutt. And I also run a photography company on the weekends called Shots by Storm, and it is fully donational photography.
That's awesome. And did you just kind of pick it up on the side? Was it something that you kind of like always did when you were a kid? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
So I was homeschooled, and my mom liked to pick a bunch of different extracurriculars for us to get into, and one of mine was photography. I followed my cousin around everywhere. She studied photography, worked with her for 2 years, 3 years. We didn't really have a lot of family photos. It's expensive, and a lot of people just can't afford it. And I wanted to offer that. I want to be able to provide that for other people so that they can watch their kids grow up and still have those memories at a minimal cost.
And then how long have you been doing this side business along with doing Webco?
Along with Webco, about 2.5 years. Photography I've done for over 5. And I'm proud to say, I have helped friends get into the modeling industry. I have one friend that does runway now, and I did her entire portfolio. So, seeing the little things that I do actually matter to somebody else and helping them pursue their career, that's everything. A lot of the families that I do today, they're families that I've worked with for at least 2 years. They'll give me eggs sometimes. I can get a handmade blanket. Sometimes I get a backdrop that they use for a birthday party, clothes. I have a little client closet going, lots of newborn clothes now. But I even have prom dresses and maternity dresses now that I can use for my future clients, and they're not having to go out and buy that stuff. They've had it on hand, or they've had it for a while, and it helps me with future clients be able to provide those services without charging them for them. And I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really sweet. And so I know that you have a studio.
Mm-hmm. I do have a studio in my home.
In your home.
Yep.
How is that like, having people come into your home, and then you have this giant studio?
I love it. So I have an entrance straight into my studio. And so I don't really have to drag people through my home. Now, once I get comfortable with people, I don't care if they come through my home. I know it sounds weird, but you get close to your clients. It really just depends on the person and how you grow with them.
And so you talked a lot about family photos specifically and the modeling photos. Do you do any other type of photography, like lifestyle?
Oh yeah, I've done end of life, newborn, first 48, seniors, car photos. I've done marketing for other businesses like Sepulpa Daily Donuts. I've done quinceañeras, weddings. I kind of like to move myself around and be available for all types of things. Weddings can be extremely expensive, and if you need a photographer to provide that for your family, you want those photos. And I have no problem doing that at a minimal cost. I've traveled from New York to Alabama to Texas to take pictures for people, and if they pay for gas alone, that's worth it to me. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so you talked about how much you love photography, and obviously you do.
Yeah.
What are some challenges that you face, maybe that you are facing, or maybe that you have faced throughout this journey?
Time. I have overburned myself a few times where, for 3 months I didn't have a single weekend off because I was providing photos for families and taking 12 clients a day, and I still go to church on Sundays, so I'd get right out of church and go straight head downtown to start taking pictures, and then travel to Jeeks to take pictures, and go to Tulsa to take pictures. And it's fun, but you have to know your limits. And it took me a while to realize, yes, you can offer a service, but you also have to realize your boundaries.
With having this being a service, creating that memory, creating that connection, and you talked about how you get close with your clients. What does that mean to you as somebody who's providing this service, capturing those memories? What does that mean to you as a person that you're a part of this?
Well, for me, it's also a ministry. I can invite them to church. I can get close to their family. I can, bring their kids to Sunday school. I can pray with them. The closer you get to somebody, the more you're able to open up with them, and they can open up with you. Just being there for other people means a lot to me. A lot of us don't have somebody that we can constantly rely on or call or do those kinds of things. And the closer you get to somebody, the more you get to know them. And I love that. And the closer you get to someone, the better you can capture them on camera. You can get their personality in a picture. And a lot of people don't realize how hard that is. But the more you know them, the more you can joke with them, the more you can get them to smile, the more you can get their baby to laugh. Another one of my favorite things to do is to get a child to laugh, especially the ones that mean mug you and say no. And they do. 2-year-olds are kind of the worst, but getting them to smile in a picture, it's everything. Photography is a ton of fun once you get into it, and I love being able to provide that service. It not only helps me, but it helps them.
Tell me a little bit about, have you worked with families specifically here at work?
Yes, I actually have a few. Some in corporate, some that work on the mill floor with my husband. We both work for Webco. And yes, Webco pays well. There's no reason that we should be doing, free photos for other people, but I love offering that for people, especially if you've never had family photos done before. A lot of the time they'll book me and think, I'm gonna give her a donation, I'm gonna give her money. I won't take it. Because if it's your first time ever getting family photos, I know you're gonna print them, I know you're gonna put them on your wall, I know they're gonna end up on a canvas. They might even end up on a cup, and I'm gonna get to see them on your desk. So I love working with Webco families. Not to mention, if anybody ever wanted photos for, I don't know, your 20-year anniversary, I've got pictures of you with your kids that I took, and we worked together. So doing Webco photos is family photos outside of work, getting to know your kids, getting to know you on a more personal level. I love that.